It'll come up here in just a minute. I've got my coffee. I've got a few packages to open. There we go. So if you're here, let me know you can see and hear me. I know people do that all the time, but with this technology, you just never know if you're actually live or people can hear you. I think you can. So, let me see. There we go. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Diane. Hi, Barb. Hi, Nancy. You see and hear me. Okay, perfect. And there's no feedback. That's what I started, and I thought I heard a little feedback. And, there's nothing worse than that, is hearing feedback when you're trying to listen to somebody talk. So, it's a good day. I just got my teeth cleaned, and I'm having a cup of coffee. So, life is good. I do have a cavity, which is very disturbing at my age. They said it's a very tiny one, but you got to get it while it's there. So it's very disturbing to have a cavity. I used to hate it when I was a little kid, and now I hate it even more. It's the way it is, What can you do? All right. So let me do something else real quick. I know my hand's in the way. I'm sorry. Hold on. I think it would be easier if I was up here. So let me do that. Yeah, that's better. Okay. All right. When do you cut out your patterns? Do you cut on the black line or just outside the black line? Right outside the black line. Very good question. Hi, Cindy. Oh, sorry. There we go. Hi, Anna Mae. Barb, what's Barb doing? We are going to get a huge rainstorm. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Yeah, be safe. Take precautions. I'm going to put this back so I'm trying to look at the camera and then look at the comments. I'm not very good at this, but hi, Colleen. Hi, Kathy. There's two Kathys. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Francis. There's my friend Lori. Okay, did I miss anything up here? Hi, Nicole. Hi, Jeannie. Hey, Heidi, Joanne, Diane, Mary Lou. Okay, guys. All right. So I decided to go ahead and go live. First of all, is Karen here? Karen Weigel. I don't think she's here yet. I don't think she's here yet. So, but I posted a video this morning. Oh, Jolie Lee's going right. This is going to be short. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. In 30 minutes. I'll be done in 30 minutes. But Karen messaged me. I posted a video of the cutting out of the OMA bag by Jeannie Bags. And the intro was correct, but the video was incorrect. I have no idea what I did. I have been running around and doing multi things lately, and so I must have just completely messed that up. So it is uploading again. So it's just a cutting out video of the Oma bag, which means grandma, by the way, by Jeannie Bags. It's a very cute bag. I don't have it out here, but it'll be, the actual tutorial of doing it is live, but sometimes you try and do your best, and other times your mind is somewhere else. And lately, my mind has been somewhere else. Absolutely. Absolutely, Cindy. Perfect. Hi, Lainey Grace. So today I have a few packages, one in particular that I already opened, but I wanted to show you. So I think on our last live, we were talking about that I was finding it difficult to find printed leather that I liked. And so I found some. I found some. And this was a recommendation from my friend Anne at Simple Artful Stuff. You know, she's a long time leather maker. So she knows all the good stuff on where to get good leather. So and it's not terribly expensive, and you can get small pieces because you don't want a huge hide if you're gonna of a pattern until you see it, and then even then you don't need a huge hide of printed leather. So I found some, let's see, 5 pieces, excuse me, 5 pieces of printed leather that once I got them, I'm like, not a good thing. Not a good thing because I love them all. So I can't wait to make something with them. So, Peggy Sue also, it's already linked in the description when you see um, more underneath the title of the video. If you click on more, it'll show all the links. It is, the name of the place is called Peggy Sue Also Leather, and she has an Etsy shop. So it's pretty easy to search and find things. She has hundreds and hundreds of leather. The one thing I will caution you is some of the leather is cork glued onto leather, and I haven't tried it yet. But my understanding from Anne is that it's very thick when you put cork on top of leather. I have no idea. What I got was all leather. So, and the other thing about this is most of it will probably need to be skived, just as an FYI. Hi, Jojo. So here's my first one. Look at this, guys. It is a black and white check. It's gorgeous. Now it's not a huge piece. It's a long piece, which is nice. I don't know how long it is. It's 36 inches. 36 inches long by, I don't know, 16 inches. 36 by 16. And it smells divine. It's just absolutely divine. But it's thick. So let me tell you how thick all these are so you can kind of gauge. It does, I believe, when you look at her website, it will tell you how thick things are. You know, I have a skiver, so I don't worry about that much. This is 4 millimeters. 4 ounces. Sorry, 4 ounces. So this is 4 ounces. So it's pretty thick. Yeah. So if I use it for anything, I'll have to skive it. I'm not trying to promote you buying a skiver. I just know we talked about it last time, and there's a couple other websites that other people referred me to, and I just haven't gone there yet because I looked at this one first and I bought some stuff, and I thought, let me see what this looks like, and then I'll go look at the other ones. Okay, so this next one, look at how pretty that is. And it's just a small piece. I think it's 12 by 12. 12 by 12. So I think what I'm going to use this for is going to be a large mega accordion wallet. And I don't think I'll need to skive it. I'll have to play with the accordion to see if it'll fit. I don't think so. But isn't that pretty? I may actually, so a lot of times she'll sell these in small pieces so that you can get it, see if you like it. Because, when you look at things online, I shouldn't say never. Sometimes it's not the same. And so, you bought a fabricator instead of a skiver. That's where I started, so just take your time. So I may go buy a bigger piece of this because I just love it. It's very pretty. Okay, so that was the second one, small piece. Then this one is another 36 by 16, I think. Just a real basic. This is navy and white. Navy and white. And this one is also, no, this is not as thick. This is 3 ounces. Yeah, 3 ounces. Not as thick. So it's another really long piece. Very nice. So my plan was with this printed leather is to accent other plain leathers. You know, like I have purple, I have black, I have tan, I have some burgundy leather, I have some aqua leather. So I needed something else to spruce it up. So that's why I was really searching for some. So I'm leaving my favorite one to the last. It may not be your favorite, but it's mine. And then here's this one. Can you see how pretty that is? It's kind of got a shimmer to it. But it's purple, of course, and lavender. Purple and lavender floral. Let me see what this one is. This one is 3 ounces, little over 3 ounces. Yeah, a little over 3 ounces. But it's not a huge piece, but it's plenty big to make something out of. Well, that made a lot of sense, didn't it? It's good enough to make something out of. That was very profound, Barbie. Yeah. That's your profound statement for the day. It's big enough to make something out of. God. I have to crack myself up sometimes. Okay, so Peggy Sue also on Etsy. I think they're out of Washington somewhere. Um, Lori, can you link them? Peggy Sue also. Just link her Etsy shop. It's actually in the description below. Yeah. Okay, so here's my absolute favorite that I got. Now, I typically am not a big, I know it's a Lucy moment. Thank you, Lori. Do you have do you have to slice all leather? No, you do not. In fact, Lori and I are getting ready to go live next Tuesday. We're going to make the Zip and Go by N Designs. And she's going to do cork, I think, aren't you, Lori? And I am going to do a leather, but it's a leather that does not need to be skived. Most lamb leather does not need to be skived because it's pretty thin. In fact, if I use it, I'll probably have to do a little bit of interfacing. You know, Colleen, I thought she did have her own website. Oh, yeah, I don't know if she has a storefront. My understanding is if you message her on Etsy, they are very responsive. So you might just reach out to them and ask on Etsy. You know, use the contact form and they may. But no, you do not have to skive all leather. All of this, we have to skive. So here's my favorite that I got. Look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera very well, but look how colorful that is. One of the reasons I got it, hi Jade, was I can use this with any color leather I have because it's got so many colors. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? They're just little, I think they're just little round dots. Yeah. At first I thought it was hexagons, but no, it's just little round dots. It's my favorite. All right, let's see how thick this one is. This is 4 ounces. Yeah, I could tell that this was a little thicker. This is 4 ounce. And it's a pretty good sized piece. I mean, you know, I could make several things out of this. So, not just one. I could make something, but I could make several. Yeah, it goes with everything. Yeah, this is my favorite. And it smells divine. Absolutely divine. So, those are my little 5 pieces. So, I don't think my friend Anne is here, but I already told her this. I said, she is the biggest enabler. You know, she has been using leather for a very long time. So, she knows where to get it all. Really good. The link said not found. Kathy, what link? It does look like confetti, Gypsy. Yeah, it does. Skive. So, Francis, when you get leather, like this leather is 4 ounces, you have to skive it down to at least two. And what that means is um, you have to take some of the back of the flesh off the piece of leather for you to have a decent seam. So, this over here, right here, is my skiver. So that's my skiver, where I run it through a machine, and I usually just skive the seams, so the seams are thinner, so it's not as thick. So Kathy, I'm trying to the link in the description box. Oh, Lori, just go to Etsy and type in Peggy Sue also, and copy the link from there. I think that would work better. Yeah. I may not have put it in the description correctly, but it should. It should work. Okay. So that's all my leather. And then I have had this box from Rocky Mountain Leather Supply for, I don't know, a couple weeks. This is not leather. I don't even remember what I ordered, if you want to know the truth, because I did it before we had to go out of town. Let's see. What did I order? Oh, yes. Okay. So, I'm trying to learn from all my leather friends. There are some manual skivers. Yes, there are hand skivers. Yes, there are absolutely hand skivers. I decided not to go that way because I don't have all that much strength in my hands. So I just decided I saved up enough to get a skiver and a machine automatic, whatever you call them, a hand skiver. Um, but if you didn't know for sure you wanted to get into leather, the hand skivers is probably the better way to go because then they're a fraction of what a regular skiver is. Oh, well, don't worry about it. The link is in the description. It should be anyway. Let me see. Yeah. So if you click on more and you click on that link that says Peggy Sue also leather, it should take you right to her Etsy shop. Okay. So what I got from Rocky Mountain Leather, I have been edge painting for several years, and I had used all base my base coat and my top coat up. So I needed to get some new base coat and top coat. And I typically use Giovanni, but I've been listening to my leather making friends. This happens to be Chris. at Simply Classic who told me about this type of edge coat and top coat, bottom coat. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll try it. She said it's her go-to, it's her favorite. So we're going to try it. So that's what I got. I got Edge Paint Primer. It's Uniter's Edge Paint Primer. There's not much to it. It's just a little bottle. I got a little bottle because I didn't know. This is clear. It's 4 ounces. And I do not remember how much it cost. It was not very expensive. This doesn't tell me either. So, it was not very expensive. So, this is the Edge Paint Primer Clear from Uniter's. And then I also got Edge Paint Gloss Finish 4 ounces by Uniter's. It's just a brand. So I have those two. That's what I got from Rocky Mountain Leather. And then the other thing I did get, I've got all kinds of tape on here, was, you know, I have always used to edge paint. And this is not just for leather. You can edge paint vinyls too, which I do a lot of times. You really like it, Sherry? Okay, good. That's good to know. Sherry, do you know if Uniter's has colors? I didn't even look because I have tons of colors that I need to use before I buy any more color. But do they sell Uniter's? Sell colors? I'm assuming they would. But anyway, this is what I typically use to apply my edge coats, whether it's a base color or a top coat. But then I was listening to my friend Chris at Simply Classic, and she does not use that. She uses these little applicators. Now I'm assuming these are use and throw away. That's the only hesitation I have. These are Phoebe's applicators. Soft applicators. So that's the only hesitation I have is that they're disposable, which, you know, sometimes is good. You didn't look either since you had lots of colors. Yeah. Once you get colors, they last forever. So I got 2 little packs of that. They are extremely cheap. But the thing about this is you just clean it and use it over and over. So, you know, the older I get, the less disposable things I like to use because they cost more typically. So you get a package of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a pack. So I'm going to try them. Now, my friend Chris, she probably buys them by the bulk. She doesn't buy them, I'm sure, by the 6 each. So we're going to try those. And I may do a edge paint video. I think there are a ton of good edge paint videos out there, but I might as well use some of this new stuff and I can do an evaluation as I do it. So, okay. Look at Lori. She's doing RM Leather Supply. I love it. Excellent. Good job, Lori. Okay, I want to get off before Leslie at Jolie Lee Creation goes live. So, the other thing I wanted to tell you is I have my black matte 4.5-inch purse clasps. I just got those in. So I have tons of these available. These are a little more expensive than the other colors. Don't ask me why. Not everybody makes them, so I had to go to a specific vendor to get them made. So the 4.5-inch purse clasp. They're exactly the same as the other ones. They're just black matte. So I have plenty of those in stock on my website. The other thing is, we're getting ready to have a storm. Do you hear that thunder? Great. I am getting the 7.5 inch purse clasps. I have a whole bunch of the colors coming in, the gunmetal, silver, antique brass, and the rose gold. I have those coming in, but I also just this week ordered the black matte. So those will probably be a few weeks, would be my guess, before they come in. Black matte is probably my number one finish. So I wanted to get them in. They're also going to be just a little bit more expensive. So black matte. Then I have completely restocked my accordions, black accordion and light brown accordion in the smaller version. These are the 10 card slots, I believe. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 card slots. Those are for the 4.5 inch accordion wallet. And then I have also restocked the 27 card slots. You guys, I know you probably are thinking, what in the world do you need 27 card slots for? This is what I carry now. When Lori first came out with this, I said, Lori, why would I ever use that? And then I made one, and then now that's all I carry. Because you don't just put I only have 2 credit cards. So I have 2 credit cards, your driver's license, your ID cards for your insurance. You occasionally get business cards from people. Like I have a foot doctor who I haven't seen in years, but you never know. Your eye doctor, things like that you have business cards for. So I use them. Now, not every slot is full, but you have the same principle. So it just goes underneath. I don't have one in here, of course. I'm talking about it and I don't have it in here, but you can still put, dollar bills underneath, but you can put the bills on the big mega, you can put bills on the sides and receipts on the other side. So it's really kind of nice. So all that is restocked, or it's coming. I know, Gypsy. I know. Light gold is actually becoming my second favorite. Um, Previously it was black matte and then antique brass, but now I think light gold has overtaken. I don't know why. I think light gold is making a comeback. It's a very pretty finish, and it's not a yellow. What I carry now is not a yellow gold. I don't know if I have any in here. No, let me see. It's just a really pretty finish. I'm not a big fan of yellow gold. Yeah, here it is. So it's this color. A very light gold, but it's really nice. Yeah. So that's my story. And I think that's all I have. This video is out for the Jordan XL. This is leather. This is by Simple Artful Stuff. So if you haven't gone to watch that, it's an add-on to her normal Jordan pouch. It's very, very nice. This one actually has 2 zipper pulls, which is nice too. Okay. You love the gold, Lori. I know. It's really nice. You use matte black, antique bronze, and silver only. I rarely use silver anymore. Isn't that weird? I don't know. I do sometimes, but I don't use it very often anymore. So, All right, well, that's all I have. So, a couple things coming up. The cutting out video for the Oma bag by Jeannie Bags will be released later today. The correct one. Thank you, Karen, if you're here. Or you can hear this later if you're not here. Hi, Misty. Oh, good. You're going to love it. And then Tuesday, Lori and I are going live to make the, let me see if I have it here. I don't think I do. Nope. Lori and I are going to go live and make the Zip and Go by N Designs. Ilona is the designer at N Designs. She's a very lovely person. If you didn't watch our Eden bag yesterday, it's a long video. It's 3 hours. Just letting you know. I am going to do a recorded version of the Eden bag because I like it so much. And, you know, some people don't like all the chit-chat. And 3 hours is a long time to watch a video. But I encourage you to go watch it because Lori and I are very entertaining. We are Lucy and Ethel. We have been nicknamed Lucy and Ethel. I know. So that's just the way it is. But I'll do a recorded version of that. I've got 2 more videos coming from Anne at Simple Artful Stuff that you're going to love. You're going to love them. They will be released on Monday. And they're part of her Travel Companion series, which is really nice. And then I'm doing, I'm doing a custom order of a Sienna medium. So I'm going to just record that. And what else do I have? A bunch of stuff coming out, guys. And I'm really kind of overwhelmed right now because I've got so many things going on, which is actually a good problem. Oh, it's your anniversary, Sherry. Yeah, that's a priority. So Tuesday, Lori and I are live at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And it'll be less than 2 hours would be my guess. You know, that's what I think. All right. So I'm going to support my fellow YouTuber, Leslie at Jolie Lee Creations. Go watch her. I don't even know what she's doing. What is she doing? Thank goodness we don't drink and sew. I know that would be very dangerous. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining. Go support your local and small businesses because I think everybody's hurting a little bit. But don't spend money you don't have. I would highly encourage you not to do that. But if you have a little extra and you want to go shop my website, that would be fantastic. But there are tons of other small businesses as well. So thanks for watching. Thank you, Lori, for being here. I appreciate you. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.